Hey guys, so clearly that's not me. That's Katelyn. She is my model for the day and I'm going to be doing her makeup. I'm jumping right into foundation and I mixed it with a little bit of moisturizer, but I'm dotting that all over her face and blending that out with a damp beauty blender. I did not add any primer or anything like that because she already has really beautiful skin. I'm taking the Maybeline Fit Me Concealer in the lightest shade that they have, and I am putting that all over basically the center of her face, down the bridge of her nose, around the edges of her nose, and her chin. I'm also putting that on her eyelids to prime for eyeshadow. I love using the beauty blender at all times. I rarely use a brush for foundation and concealer. That's only if I'm being too lazy to wet the sponge, but 98% of the time I'm using a beauty blender. I did set her makeup with a setting powder. I used the It Cosmetics by Pores setting powder, but I didn't get the clip of that. So, I don't know what happened to it, but it's gone. But right now I'm doing her eyebrows. I'm using an Anastasia number 12 brush and that darker taupe shade from the Smashbox palette. I'm going through her eyebrows really quickly though, not spending too much time on it. Well, maybe this is a lot of time to some people, but now I'm taking a concealer brush and using that same concealer. I'm just cleaning up underneath her eyebrows to make it look a little bit sharper, but I'm not going on top. Now I'm taking a tapered blending brush from Sigma and Peach Smoothie by MakeupGeek. I'm using that as a transition shade and I'm putting that all over her lid and her crease and I'm blending that out very well. If you're looking for affordable but amazing eyeshadows, MakeupGeek is where it's at. They have the best stuff ever. I'm also taking Creme Brûlée, also by MakeupGeek. And I am adding that over top, but not so much on the lid or the inside of the eye or the inner corner, but mostly in the crease and on the outside or the outer corner of the eye. MakeupGeek, I swear, has the best transition shades ever. Now I'm mixing that dark and light taupe shade that I just showed you, and I am putting that in the outer corner of the eye to add a little bit of depth. And she does have monolids, so to find that crease, I basically eyeball it, but if you do have monolids and you're, struggling, just kind of feel around. Where's your brow bone? Where's your eyeball? And you can kind of feel where your crease should be. If you use lighter colors, start off with lighter colors and make sure you're blending it out really well. It'll always look good. And now I'm taking a flat shader brush from Coastal Scents and Opal Shimmering Skin Perfector and using that as an eyeshadow all over the lid. I want this look to be more natural, but if I was trying to do something a little bit more intense, I would wet my brush with some Fix Plus and then go in with that Shimmering Skin Perfector. It is absolutely beautiful when you do that, but I want this to, be soft and, natural, so I'm going to keep it the way it is. I am blending that out with that Sigma tapered blending brush, which I use many times throughout this video because it's my all-time favorite blush. Now this brush is also by Coastal Scents. It's a super small shader brush. And I'm taking Snow from the Lorac Pro palette and using that as a highlight on her brow bone. I also later put that in the inner corner of her eye as well. I'm getting this super close to the eyebrow because that'll also help define that brow even more. It's funny watching this sped up because it's like not sped up too much. So it kind of looks like I'm rushing really bad trying to do her makeup, but I'm actually not. It's sped up. Now I'm blending it out and making sure it was well blended and not too harsh. Now I'm going in with light brown from the Loreal Pro palette, and I'm putting that on her lower lash line. Kind of using that as a transition shade down there, and I'll add a little bit of a darker color later. From the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, I'm taking the darkest brown in that palette, smudging that out on her upper lash line. Don't want to use black or anything because I want this to be a more fresh daytime look, so I don't want to make it any smoky or anything like that. Now I'm going in with my Chanel No. 2 brush and a bronzer by Makeup Forever. And this is like the Infusion, Profusion or something bronzer. I don't know, but it is one of the best bronzers I've ever used. It looks like there could be some sparkles, and when you look at it in actual, compact, but when you put it on your face, it's just a beautiful glow. I don't see any sparkles or glitter. It's just glowy and it's gorgeous. I'm not contouring, I'm bronzing, but I did end up taking a little bit of a smaller brush just to pack it on a little bit more. I kind of somewhat contoured her nose, but super lightly, just to have some dimension on her face and make sure it's not too flat. I'm going in with this Mineralized blush from MAC. This is Warm Soul. It's so pretty. I'm also highlighting her face with a Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This is one created by Jaclyn Hill, and let me tell you, it is freaking gorgeous. I ordered it the second it came out. I was ready on Sephora like 30 minutes before it was even posted to order, and I was like, yes, done, I'm getting it. It's beautiful. It'd be perfect for anyone, any skin tone. So anyways, now I'm setting her eyebrows finally. And I do take time to set the eyebrows because if you actually do your eyebrows like I just did with hers, setting them and brushing through them will add some movement back into your eyebrows and not make it look so drawn on. I am applying some falsies. These are super, super natural. She brought these to me, so I don't even know what brand they are or anything like that, but I know they're super natural. Ardell makes ones super similar. I wouldn't be surprised if these are Ardell. They were super easy to apply, and I use the House of Lashes glue. That's my favorite glue of all time because you just brush it on, and I have the black one. I am adding a little bit more of that dark brown eyeshadow, smudging it over the false lash line. I know some people don't like when people go in their eyes with an eyelash curler, so I totally let her do that by herself. Just to cover up that false lash line a little bit more, I'm taking this angled eyeliner brush and dipping it in the Maybelline gel liner and just covering that line up a little bit. Not trying to put any top liner, just literally dabbing it right over that false lash line. Now I'm just kind of touching up her face, and I'm going back in what I used to set her face earlier that wasn't even shown. I'm taking the banana color from the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm kind of setting that under her eyes, making sure I don't have any fallout from the eyeshadow or anything like that. Now I'm lining her lips with a lip liner from MAC. This is in the color Soar, and I'm not filling in her lips. I'm just gonna outline them because I do want her lips to appear a little bit larger. Now, I don't mean outline them super harshly and leave a big old chola line, but I mean what I'm gonna do is add this Gerard Cosmetics lipstick, and I'm gonna kind of blend them both in to create a tiny gradient effect. That way, it's light and a light pink, but it fades in and it has a gradient effect, so her lips they look a little bit bigger. Now I'm taking the concealer brush that I used earlier, not adding anything to it, but I am going around her lips, making sure I clean up any of my mistakes, and also this will help with feathering throughout the day. I'm taking a little bit of mascara to those lashes. I usually don't add mascara to falsies, but in her case I will because these are super natural. If there are wispies or something like that, I would not. I did not add any liner, as you can tell. I kept it very light because this makeup look is for daytime. It's so light. It's wearable. I just made sure the lash line was evened out with the top lash line and the eyeshadow that's on top, and I set her makeup with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray, and this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe, comment if you want, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching.